In the Flame, Book 1, Chapter 7. A new-found army at her back, Kenna travels to the Golden City of Aurelia. At Stormholt, Dominic spies on Marco and learns a disturbing secret. Chapter 7. The Gilded City. Now playing as Kenna, you're walking through the army camp with Gabriel and Leon by your side. We have just over 1,000 former Stormholt soldiers under my command. The mercenary force led by Severin was 2,000 strong. I'm pleased to say that all 2,000 mercenaries have pledged their loyalty to you, Kenna. That leaves us with a force of 3,000 troops. We'll need more if we're going to retake Stormholt Castle. But at least it's a promising start. What about the common people of our kingdom? Do you think we can rally them to join us? Word of what you're doing will spread. If your legend reaches them, if it inspires them, they just might fight for you. As you approach where Leon's men are camped, you see Jackson. Queen Kenna, something's been troubling me. Please allow me to speak. What is it? When we first met, I treated you as though you were nothing. You had no idea who I was. Still, I took your sword from you. I behaved abominably. He kneels before you. Please, your majesty, don't let that lessen your regard for me. Jackson, I have no doubt that you will serve me with honor. I will, always. He leaves, a proud look on his face. That was well handled. Thank you, Gabriel. I have to admit, it feels odd having someone treat me like their superior. It's the way of the military. An ant alone is nothing. An army of ants, under the command of one queen, that is another thing entirely. Speaking of, look around you. As you look around, those who fall under your gaze stop what they're doing and salute you. Your victory over Severin has had an impact. Much the way a bolt of lightning has had an impact upon a tree. You pass the mercenary section of the camp and cross paths with Val. Lady Kenna, I need to thank you. For what? For making me the new commander of the mercenaries. When one falls, another rises. Anyway, we need to talk. My mercenaries might have agreed to help you without our usual pay, but we're going to face a real army if we go against Prince Marco, and a well-equipped one at that. Our leather armor's fine against drunken bandits, but might as well be paper against Navrakas soldiers. And my men's armor needs repairs, badly. So, we need coin, and lots of it. Where can we get it? Ever heard of the legend of Aurelia? The Gilded City, east of the 5 Kingdoms? I've heard tales of fabled gardens and gold mines, a city rich beyond all imagining. That's the one. If memory serves me, it's also a hidden city. One that would be conquered immediately if its location were known. It is hidden, but I know the way. I've been there. You've been to the Gilded City? I'm surprised you haven't robbed them already. Is it true everyone owns a peacock? Oops, I pissed her off. I'd never rob the hand that pays me. Aurelia hired you? Even the wealthiest cities need a little hired muscle now and then, especially when they want to keep a low profile. We cleared some bandits out of the mountains for them, 1 week's worth, and we lived on that pay for months. It won't be easy getting their coin. Don't know if Queen Kenna here is up for the challenge. A challenge? I'm always up for a challenge. I have the utmost faith in you, my queen. Thank you, Gabriel. Let's hope the people of Aurelia feel the same way. Lead the way to Aurelia. Leaving the majority of your army in the grasslands, you march with a force of 200 through the forest to the base of a mountain range. This is where things get interesting. The mercenaries get to work clearing aside a massive pile of boulders. After an hour of work, they've revealed the opening to a secret mountain passage. So this is how they stay hidden? There's a dozen traps and false trails steering travelers away from Aurelia. Believe me, finding the city by any other means isn't easy. After a long journey winding through treacherously narrow mountain passes, your group reaches a guard post at the outer edge of Aurelia. The city is beyond beautiful. It is really pretty. I like it. They say Aurelia is gilded by the precious ores mined from its very foundations. Let's hope they're willing to part with some of it. I've managed to recruit an army, but that won't do much good if I can't feed it. Could be we even get money for siege weaponry. Perhaps. If the legends are true, then Aurelians guard their wealth closely and see visitors as threats. Guess we have our work cut out for us. 2 guards approach. Halt, outsiders. Whoa. Nice armor. State your purpose. We are here because... We need your aid. We wish to form an alliance. Maybe they feel more like being helpful? Aurelia gives no aid. Great. But your leader must hear us out. Hey, Nathaniel, is that you? You old sellsword, what are you doing here? Urgent business. Trust me, you'll want to let us in. The 2 guards look at each other. Very well. The guards look down the trail at your army of 200. I'm afraid we can only let a small party through, no more than 5 people. We can't allow a foreign army inside our walls. Fair enough. Understood. My army will make camp far from your gates. The last thing we want is to seem threatening. Then you are welcome to come in, provided you leave your weapons with us. Hang on, we have to hand over our weapons? Since when? You've got to be joking. The 2 guards exchange a brief glance. These are troubled times. It is our sworn duty to ensure the security of Aurelia. Surely you can understand our position. Of course. You look pointedly at Leon, who grumbles as he hands over his sword to the guards. As others begin to follow suit, Val walks over to you. Here, let me help you with that. As Val helps you undo your weapons belt, she speaks in a voice too low for the guards to hear. I don't like this. They're acting more paranoid than usual. You think they're hiding something from us? Maybe, or maybe something happened to make them even less trusting of outsiders than they used to be. Either way, I'd feel a lot better if one of us had a weapon, just in case. You got a small blade on you? Something you can hide? I do have a dagger. You really think I should sneak it in? My gut says yes. If my gut's wrong, the Aurelians never need to know. Some choices pay off later in the story. Sneak the dagger in to see what kind of lasting effect it may have. I'd like to. I don't have enough diamonds, so I'm going in unarmed. It's too risky. What if they catch us? We need these people on our side. Ugh, fine. Guess it's just me and my fists again. You hand your weapons over to the guards. You, Gabriel, Leon, and Val are led into the Golden Hall of Aurelia. You don't think they'd notice if this golden statue went missing, do you? They have so many. Don't you dare. Oh, it's okay. I'm sure she's joking. Just a joke. Not like I would really steal a statue, melt it down, and then sell it to buy a triple-bladed... Hello, travelers. A bejeweled woman adorned in gold approaches. Oops. Smiling something. Guard. Welcome to Aurelia. Hello. You must be the ruler of Aurelia? That's exactly right. What gave it away? You've got protection, and only royalty would wear something so magnificent. Aren't you sweet? We're here to speak with you about joining our cause. You must know that King Luther Navrakis has taken the 5 kingdoms. Yes, of course. I'm current on all the latest gossip. I am Kenna Rise of Stormholt, the rightful queen. Your legend grows. Your army strength is epic. The Kenna Rise of Stormholt? I've heard about you. You survived Luther's slaughter when he betrayed and murdered the royalty of the 5 kingdoms. You also escaped an assassination attempt at the Rajkirk ruins. Is it true you now have an army of mercenaries? How are people hearing about this? It just happened. It's true. It seems you're practically a legend already. You at least seem to have a knack for surviving. I'm going to do more than that. I've been training. And now I'm raising an army to take back my kingdom from Luther's son, Prince Marco. Ooh, how thrilling. They must sing songs about you. Not yet, but we should get someone started on that. Annalise, everyone knows of Aurelia's fabled wealth. It's only a matter of time before Marco finds the city and plunders it. Support our cause. Help us now, and once we've beaten Marco, Aurelia will be under our protection. You have an interesting proposal. But Aurelia has never backed an army. It doesn't make for good gossip. It's hardly intriguing, and wars get blood on everything. No, the nobles of Aurelia would positively revolt if I told them we're funding an army. Val whispers to you. Let me talk to this lady. I can convince her that armies make for good gossip. Ha! What this woman needs is to understand that war isn't just some inconvenience. Let me talk to her. Val, you've been to the city. I think you might do a good job. Go for it. Have you ever seen the sun rising over a battlefield before the first arrow's even been shot? Or ridden a horse as fast as he can go in the pitch-black night because you're part of a surprise attack? That sounds so exciting. And you think you know how to throw a party here? You should see an army of mercenaries after a battle. Well, maybe I was wrong. If the nobles could hear you talk, you just might capture their interest. Yes, defeating Marco would be an excellent story. And one I could see Aurelia being a part of, but it's not entirely up to me. You've got to understand, I'm no warrior queen. I don't rule with swords and shields. I rule by keeping my nobles happy. That means getting their support for decisions like these. I know. Stay for the celebration. Drink with us. Let Aurelia get the measure of you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. My attendants will provide you with proper attire. If you want to impress the Aurelians, you'll hardly do it dressed like that. Proper attire? Ahem. Kenna, a word? Gabriel pulls you aside. A rooster does all he can to not upset a hen house. Speak plainly, Gabriel. We're guests. We should do as our host wishes, especially when we are in desperate need of her support. That means wear a dress, Kenna. Very well, but no comments from you on how I look. I'll be as quiet as a temple mouse. You turn back to Annalise. Lady Annalise, I look forward to changing into proper attire. Choose your look. Well, that is awesome, but I can't get it. This is also nice, can't get it. This is okay-ish. Yeah, whatever. Simple blue dress. They're not going to be impressed. After being dressed by Annalise's attendants, you arrive at the banquet hall, a feast of food, wine, and entertainment laid out before you. Not a word from me, as promised. Well, I didn't promise anything. You look stunning, my queen. At least most of the dirt is gone. Did no one else change? Thank you. Now, let's get to this party. Attending a party in order to defeat Marco is ridiculous, if you ask me. Luckily, no one did. We need as many allies as we can find right now. This party will be an excellent opportunity for us. Gabriel's right. Opportunity? What about fun? Come on, everyone. Time to find out if those swans on the table are just for show. Your people move to the tables. As you go to join them, you notice a man staring at you from across the room. Ooh, handsome stranger. Ignoring him, you sit down. Oh. You're good with a sword, I'll give you that. But anyone who grew up in a fancy castle can learn to swing steel. That said, I'll bet my armor all those uptight nobles never let their princess drink anything real. I've drunk plenty. Prove it, unless maybe you think you're better than me at this. Are you challenging me to a drinking contest? I wasn't being subtle. I'll even make it more interesting. If you outdrink me, which no one ever has, I'll make up a song in your honor. That would be awesome. Oh man. Fine, pass. I'd rather keep my wits about me. Suit yourself. More for the rest of us. Annalise comes over. Can I get you anything else, sweetie? Yes, can you serve me? Yeah, go for a drink, 'cause tea seems kind of random. Sure thing. Why don't you all try this? She pours out glasses of wine for you and your friends. This is the best wine I've ever tasted. Of course, only the finest for my guests. Is that wine poisoned? Annalise watches in horror as Val downs an entire bottle in one go. Wow. Yeah, actually, probably never would have beaten her, so it's a good thing I didn't go for that contest. Not very strong, though, is it? That was aged in green oak for over a decade. Annalise turns to one of her servants. Psst, go get a bottle of our finest for Queen Kenna, and some grog for the rest. Thank you, Annalise. What's the point of having excellent wine if you can't share it with excellent company? She's so nice. You enjoy the next few hours feeling the warm buzz of wine as you chat with your soldiers. The man who was staring at you earlier steps out from the shadows. Lady Kenna, a pleasure. You've been watching me ever since I got to this party. Not true. I've been watching you ever since you arrived in Aurelia. I could have you killed for that. But why? Not true again. And why is that? because I only allow things to happen that I want to happen. And I wouldn't allow someone to kill me, since I'm rather fond of me. And you are. Raydan, an associate of Lady Annalise's. An associate. Okay, you can call it that. Well, Raydan, the associate, are you saying that I saw you only because you allowed me to see you? Precisely. And why would you allow that? The same reason I allow anyone to see me, either because I'm about to do them harm, or because I find myself desperately attracted to them. Well, maybe we should be associates. Really? Well, I suppose I'm unharmed, so you should be very concerned. We're about to be interrupted. But if you wish to continue your conversations more intimately, meet me in the gardens. He leaves just as Annalise arrives, slipping her arm through yours. She whispers to you. Now that the party's in full swing, I thought we might escape for a private celebration of our own. Excuse me. What do you say? Join me for tonight's real fun? I promise we won't talk about business. Just us. Ooh, second associate. Annalise winks at you and motions for you to follow her as she walks away. You look from Annalise to where Raydan is standing, just about to leave for the gardens. Further off, you see Gabriel. Okay, so I can spend more time with Annalise or meet Raydan in the gardens. Well, Annalise is already sort of on our side. And Raydan might be one of those important nobles. And also he's attractive. So, or talk to Gabriel. No, we should at least talk to... Okay, so we can't. Well, good night everyone. You go to find Gabriel. Did you make a new friend? I'm not feeling up to socializing right now. Oh, Kenna. Cheer up, my queen. This is a party after all. I'll never be able to enjoy a party, not until Stormholt is mine again. If it's any consolation, I believe we've made a good impression. I heard the Aurelian nobles talking with Annalise. They seem to be in favor of supporting us. Let's hope we stay in their good graces. Now playing as Dominic. As you and Rose are returning to the kitchen, you notice that many of the guards aren't at their posts. Something's going on. No guards. The halls do feel less intimidating than normal. Just then, you catch a young messenger boy heading toward the throne room. Follow my lead, Rose. Of course. Psst, you there, boy. Aw, you're so cute. I'm not supposed to talk to anyone. I have to go straight to the throne room. This is a matter of life and death. Surely you can talk for that. I suppose so. What is it? When you enter the throne room, can you leave the door open behind you just a hair's width? It'd mean a lot to us. Why? So you can spy? Spies are bad. I'm going to tell the guards right now. I should impress him with magic. Listen, I'm not a spy. I'm a legendary hero, here to defeat the bad guys. Huh? Stand watch, Rose. I've got this. Be quick, Dom. You pull the boy into a small alcove. What are you doing? Don't hurt me. You don't have anything to fear from me. I'm a good guy. just like out of the old tales. Prove it! I can make fire do whatever I want. Concentrating, you make a ball of fire appear in your hand, the flames glowing an eerie blue. You can use magic? You are just like one of the old legendary warriors. I'm a defender of justice, and if you want to be a good guy too, you'll help us. Yes, I want to be a good guy too. I'll help. You and Rose trail behind the boy as he steps into the throne room, the door left barely open. You sneak up to the door and peek in. Here you are, sir. Bartel reads the message. Good news. Our spy says everything's going according to plan. The girl is in the Gilded City now, just as Prince Marco predicted. How did he predict that? What about her army? Army? Psst. She has only a few fighters with her. The rest are outside of Aurelia. And Queen Annalise has kept Kenna and her people there, as ordered. She's proven rather useful. Okay. There'll be no escape for Kenna this time. Oh, how surprised she'll be when she discovers that Prince Marco is the one leading his soldiers to ambush her. Oh no, Kenna! Chapter Progress. You handed your weapons over to the Guardians of Aurelia, showing trust in your new allies, believing yourself vulnerable. You chose not to participate in the mercenaries' drinking game at the banquet. You chose not to meet with anyone at the banquet. Overall progress. Nothing new. Prestige 28 out of 47, Power 12 out of 12, Weapons 5 out of 20, Allies 15 out of 30, Troops 43 out of 45, Significant Choices 30 out of 80. Army score 133 out of 234. Wow.